Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you the best OBS settings for low-end PCs. So let's jump right in. But first guys, if you want, you can go down on this video in the comment section and click on the first comment that I pinned. This will bring you to my Fiverr. And here as you can see on my Fiverr, you can get a logo or a banner or both for your YouTube channel if you want. But now back to the video. So we're going to go ahead over to settings here. On this first tab, there's really nothing to note. It's the general tab. These are preferences. So language I put to English and theme dark. And if you want a confirmation dialog before and when you stop recording, you can always check those. But nothing really that will affect your recording here. So let's go to output right away here. Make sure this output mode here is on advanced. I'm going to go to recording. Make sure the type here is on standard. This here is my recording path, so that's a preference. Okay, here the recording format. You could do that to MP4, but I definitely advise you to do it to MKV because if you're going to do especially long videos and imagine something happens to your PC, like the electricity goes out or the software suddenly just stops, anything really happens to your PC, then you can make sure that MKV will actually stop recording the moment something happened to the PC, and then will actually keep what he recorded up until that point, while MP4 will just be lost. I will show you in a little bit how you can automatically convert MKV into MP4 a little later in this video. But for now, let's go to video encoder. So X264 is what I definitely advise you to choose. If you don't have a graphics card, if you have one, you could try that one. But if you see that over the years it has slowed down, you could consider X264 to use as your video encoder. It works well. The audio encoder you can leave on this one here. Now for the audio tracks is a preference. The first one is like Windows sounds, like anything's playing on Spotify, YouTube. And the second will be the microphone. So that's how I distinguish these two, but it's entirely up to you. You don't have to check this one. Now you go down here. I do advise you to choose rate control as CBR. Now 4000 is considered to be low. I wouldn't actually go under like 2500 or 3000. That is actually the lowest I would go if I were you, because that will be quite a bit of a low quality, but that's of course up to you. It's to see in your case if that works well. But the other options you have is like around 7000 and over will be medium, and really if you get over the 10,000 kbps here, but that is something you have to check of course for yourself in your case. Now this one here, the CPU usage, I definitely advise you to put it on ultra fast, or maybe like go down to very fast, but don't go down too much because your PC will actually have a harder time. So I definitely advise you to put this as high as possible. If too high is too much and you get for example over encoding overloaded, which is also something that can happen. Same for the CBR and also same for X264 here. These are elements that could actually provoke a encoding overloaded. I have, if you want by the way, a video on my channel explaining that if you happen to get that error. But to avoid that, of course, don't put it any higher than your computer can actually handle. And this is definitely a factor of that. Profile you can do medium or high if it can handle it. And tune, I do advise you to use zero latency. Then here up here in audio, I would advise you to use 320. I'm not even using all of the channels, but it's all on 320 here for me. Then we can quickly go over audio, even though it wouldn't affect that much. You can go still consider you to use 48 kilohertz. And of course, always make sure that channels are on stereo. This will be your speakers. This will be your input, which will be your microphone. Then we can go over to video here. Now I do advise you to do 920 by 1080. You could try 1280 by 720, but even today I think it could definitely be possible that you put something like 920 by 1080. That should definitely work. Now this, of course, this first one is going to be your screen resolution, which is going to be different to your output scaled resolution, because this is what basically your video is going to display, like how OBS is going to show you the recording. Now because I have a 24-inch screen, it's not difficult for me. I have the 16:9 aspect ratio here, so 920 by 1080. If you feel like you can bring it down, you can, but otherwise just leave it like this, of course. Downscale filter, you could actually choose one of the downscale filters and just click apply to see if there's a difference. And in this case, I wouldn't really need it. And if you want, you can also bring down the FPS here to 30. Same hotkeys and accessibility, those are preferences, we don't need them. So here you can do the process priority to normal or above normal. Renderer, I do advise you to use DirectX 3D11 and V12 here. The color space 709, and you can put it to limited or full. One of the two will give you actually a darker screen maybe, like it affects the gamma. So make sure that you actually check if limited or full works better in the end, if it's like brighter or if you want it a bit less brighter. Same, it comes down to pretty much a preference, but that's also nice how to see your recordings come out. And here, as I mentioned earlier, this will actually allow you, if this check this, to automatically remix it to MP4. So basically it will automatically convert your recording to MP4 when you finish recording. So once again, if you want that, that's really useful. But that's it guys, that's really the tips I could give you in order to get a good video even though your computer is low end. I really hope this helped. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Please leave a like, would be really nice. Subscribe to also really nice, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.